Leaders of North Korea and Russia vow to support one another if either is under attack. Now, to what extent will this cooperation go? We're joined by Professor Park Won-gon this morning. Good to have you back.
Hello, good morning.
Let's jump right into it. How much of an upgrade is this for Pyongyang-Moscow relations?
Well, overall, at this very moment, we are not 100% sure because they are not fully released the full contents of the treaty. So one sentence that available at this moment is that the Russian TASS and Interfax news agency mentioned that, quote, through the comprehensive partnership agreement signed today, it was stated that mutual assistance would be provided if either country is invaded. That's it. So we haven't had any idea and any specific information about the preconditions, procedures, and what kind of mutual assistance. But I can say that it is much upgrade because they proclaim that they are finally achieved some kind of a comprehensive strategic partnership. And year 2000, when North Korea has a treaty with Russia, at that time they proclaimed that their relationship is simply friendly relations. So it is much higher level after 24 years.
So not too many details released on this treaty. That's why it's also a concern that this treaty may indicate this automatic military intervention. Professor Park, what's your take on this?
Yes, exactly. That's the most worrisome. If the automatic military intervention is a very serious challenge to South Korea, the automatic military intervention means that if one party is attacked by the other, and the other party shall immediately provide military and all other assistance using all means at its disposal. So actually, this kind of automatic interventions been found in the Article 1 in 1961 treaty between, at the time, USSR, Soviet Union, and North Korea. But since then, in 1996, they are simply, discard all these clauses. But if they finally decided to have this automatic military intervention, it's a very serious challenge. And I think at this moment, I said that we haven't had any kind of the contents of the treaty, but I can say that it's far more improved and it's almost like the alliance treaty. And because the mutual assistance in the case of the military, the conflict, and definitely it very clearly mentioned that Russia will provide some kind of military means. Of course, we haven't know that any specific what kind of military the assistance that Russia provided to North Korea, but it is true that, and then this criteria itself haven't been seen yet, but it is true that it's definitely some military means.
Definitely. Indeed, a much threat to the Korean Peninsula and to regional security as a whole. And what's notable about the summit is that Kim Jong-un called Moscow an ally multiple times, whereas Putin didn't. Now, does that mean North Korea is more desperate to make their relations tighter?
Well, it's very interesting kind of statements made by both Putin and Kim Jong-un. You are right. And Kim Jong-un, at least more than 3 times, he called the relationship between North Korea and Russia as alliance, whereas the Putin haven't mentioned it at all. But Putin also, at the same time, he did not revoke or he did not deny this Kim Jong-un's statement of the alliance of the relationship between these two countries. So I think it's kind of a tacit acceptance of the relationship between these two countries. We will see.
Let's talk about China. What is China thinking? I mean, China has been pretty quiet on this issue, saying Putin's North Korea visit is a matter for Moscow and Pyongyang. And, some experts say China may be unhappy about them, bringing their relations to a whole new level. The question is China really bothered?
Yes, I strongly believe that China is really bothered by this very close cooperation between Russia and North Korea because of the Ukraine war. And the intensify the so-called strategic competition between United States and China. China definitely need more the enhanced cooperation, enhanced relationship with the European countries. But problem is that at this moment, the cooperation between Russia and North Korea is about the Ukraine war. So in that sense, the European country will consider North Korea as also very serious and existential threat to them. So that's why China is trying to have some distance to this close cooperation between Russia and North Korea.
Definitely. All right, Professor Bach, thank you so much for the analysis this morning. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you.